back to Isa's Chaos Kitchen. Today, we're gonna be making aguachile. Now, I wanna make aguachile because Rosalia was recently in Mexico. Recently, like a year ago. Does not matter. Time is a circle. But she was in Mexico and she tweeted out like, fell in love with aguachile. And then all the Mexicans were like, here's my grandma's recipe. It became like a meme and a hashtag. This was like a year ago. I'm behind the trends. But anyways, aguachile is great. It's getting hot out now because it's summer. So I was like, let's fucking make it, bro. Let's do it. Aguachile is pretty easy. It's like a ceviche brother, a ceviche cousin, if you will. If people don't know what a ceviche brother I mean, it is a seafood cooked in lime. You're not cooking with heat. You're cooking with citrus. So what you need: shrimp. Here we have it. Cucumber, cilantro, lime, the green one, because it was kind of funny because Rosalia was like, thank you all of Mexico for the recipe, and she posted a picture with these lemons, and Mexicans were like, no, Rosalia, not those lemons. You're supposed to use lime. In Mexico we call this limon. We call this limon and limon amarillo. Here it's lima and limon. But in Mexico, there's another one that's lima that is smaller, which is key lime. So this is both limon in Mexico, but you don't get this in Mexico. But anyways, this is the true one, the proper one. Purple onion, just one, and avocado, and that's all you need. Oh, sorry, and the staple of this, green habanero. Habanero. This can kill a Victorian child. Anyways, I'm not a Victorian child, I'm a Mexican, so salud. You also need tortilla chips, but that's for later. So first things first, we have to thaw our shrimp. Put them in water. So while this is thawing, you will need a blender. You also need garlic. Sorry. Garlic. Now, the heads of the shrimps, you don't really need to unthaw them, so you can just get rid of them before. With these, like, Spanish shrimp, you lose, like, half of the animal to the head. So might as well just get rid of it here. Right now, we're gonna let this thaw. And we're gonna start squeezing some lemon juice. I brought back this lemon squeezer from Mexico because I used to buy these lemon squeezers in Europe and these suck. Like, this is made of aluminum and it just, one time it folded, the last one I had. Who is stronger, lemon or metal? It was lemon. Fuck me, right? So when I was in Mexico, I saw this at the supermarket and I was like, this is what I need. This is what you should get from Mexico. An actual proper lemon squeezer. What is this aluminum shit? It's bullshit. No. Let's start squeezing our lemons. So, to explain, these lemons, we're gonna use them to cook our shrimp. So, we need to basically make a layer that will cover our shrimps when we butterfly them. So, let's start squeezing your lemon. As I was saying, this is kind of like a cousin to ceviche because you're cooking your shrimp and the lemon. But this one is properly like Mexican because like there's a big discussion between Peru and Mexico about what ceviche is, because how I see it is Peruvian ceviche is with a B and Mexican ceviche is with a V. For legal reasons, this is in fact a joke. But I will say that aguachile is a Mexican recipe. But it is not for the faint of heart. Why? Because it has a full-on habanero pepper and it has to be habanero. Nothing about serrano, because serrano I think is easier to handle for a beginner. But no, not this one. You gotta be down to clown. You have to be ready to party. When I lived in Mexico, I wasn't really a huge chili type of person. And I don't know why, ever since I moved to Spain, I've really been into eating chili foods. And it's like, who is this person? I hate that none of these ever come with seeds. It's like, can I please have my own lime plant? No, because they're super expensive here because they're exotic, because they come from Mexico. I get that Mexico is in the jungle. I used to live in the jungle. Catch me at university with tarantulas at university. Like, that was a thing that happened more than once. But I do love when people are like, oh yeah, Mexico City is so tropical. Like, Mexico City is woods. Literally. It doesn't go lower than 17 degrees Celsius. I had a picture where it was like me on a horse with some pine trees and people are like, where are you? I'm like, Mexico City. And they're like, why are there woods there? And it's like, dude, there's pine trees. It's not tropical. Mexico City's not, it's actually super dry. Whenever I'm in Mexico City, I'm drinking water 1 liter every hour because you're dying there, man. It's freaking, there's no water. It's super dry and it's super high up. It's an aggressive climate. So let's check about our shrimp. Hell yeah, that was fast. So the way you do this, you peel off the skin. So what you do here is grab a smaller knife, and you cut the backside of your shrimp, and then you take out the intestine, and now you have butterflied shrimp. Okay, so this is how you're going to cut all your shrimps, and so you put these to start cooking in the lemon juice. Do that. Now, while your shrimps are cooking in the lemon juice, let's start preparing our dressing slash cutting up our pirindongos. Now, pirindongos is my mom's word. I don't know if it's an actual Mexican word or if it's a mom word, because my family has a thing where they invent words. Like, there's words that only exist in my family. It's really weird. Anyways, pirindongo is like what's on top. It's toppings, but it's funner. Pirindongo. For the dressing, you will need lemon where you're currently cooking your shrimp, because some recipes say to use other lemon, but I'm like, why use so much lemon juice? And also, this lemon is gonna have that shrimp flavor, which is gold. All of your cilantro in the inside. So you have to scrape out this, like, you know where the seeds are. Let's cut this up. So you need to make sure they're as skinny as possible. So make them slivers, like really slivery, like as skinny as you can make it. I would take out my mandolin, but I don't want to clean it, so I'm just gonna be precise with this. Now, into this, you put an habanero. So I don't know if I should be crazy and use 2 or just 1. Oh. I always find it funny when people are like, chili is chili, because like in Mexico we have this huge like chili culture, because especially some chilies are like from specific parts of Mexico, whereas others are from other parts. I find it really like ignorant when people just suppose that one chili is the same as the other. And habanero specifically is from the Yucatan. The Yucatan is where Chichen Itza is located. Should I do another one? I think I'm just gonna do 1 because I don't want to go too crazy. Garlics, let's do 2. So the thing about Mexico is that it wasn't like pre-Spanish people. It was just like, oh, we're all Mexicans. You know, there was a lot of different indigenous groups, and they had different timelines, and they had different cultures, and they had different languages. In Wakanda Forever, so Namor is very obviously based off of Aztec mythology, which is great. That's awesome. Like, kudos. But then they had the actors learning Maya. Why the fuck would you base it off of Tenochtitlan and Aztlan and then make them speak Maya? Because, I don't know if you know this, but the Mayans, a completely different part of Mexico. Like, Mayans are down in the southeast. The Aztecs were in what is now Mexico City. And it doesn't make any sense because there are like a million Nahuatl speakers. Like, the Aztecs spoke Nahuatl. So if you're gonna base it off of the Aztecs, why not make them learn Nahuatl, not Maya? There's also Mayan speakers, but why do that? They're so different. And then my friend was like, they kind of do that with Wakanda, wherein they take aspects of different tribes in Africa and kind of do a little mush and mix it all together. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Add salt into this. So anyways, I'm like, okay, they're mixing up different cultures of Mexico. That's fine. So they have Lupita Nyong'o's character. She's up and about in the Yucatan, which is like, well done. The Mayans are correct. I do want to say something that made me laugh my ass off. Okay, so in the part where they're like, you need to go find Namor. And it's like, there is this place, Sama. And she's like on the beach. And it's literally Chichen Itza on the beach. Now, I want to explain something to you. There is some ruins on the beach. And that ruin is called Tulum, which is also an ex-Mayan settlement. Now, another name for Tulum is Sama. So they use the correct terminology, as in, instead of calling it directly Tulum, because imagine in a Marvel movie being like, oh yeah, the old ancient city of Tulum, all the gringos would have been like, Tulum, I was there for my, like, bachelorette party. And people would have gotten confused, because I feel like Tulum, everybody, you know, thinks about gentrification and shit. But I fucking laughed my ass off when Lupita Nyong'o's character is about to do, like, the scuba diving thing, and you see freaking Chichen Itza on the beach, like, oh no, let's make sure that no one gets confused that this is the Mayans, because we can't show a picture of Tulum as it is now, lest anyone be confused. So the only monument that people know about the Mayans is Chichen Itza. So let's put Chichen Itza on the beach so no one is confused. How is that not freaking hilarious, dude? I laugh my ass off. That's so funny. Like, that's my favorite screenshot of the movie. Oh my god. So funny. The specific things that bothered me about Wakanda Forever are very specific to me having lived in the Yucatan for 11 years. But one thing, the funniest thing. So, you also need to make your onion super skinny, but it's just slivers. So, cut it just take the butt out and the side and do like as skinny as you can. I don't think I'm gonna do the other one. It's too much. I touched my nose with habanero. Don't do that. Okay, let's see if the avocados are speaking to me. I'm worried that these are shit now. And I'm gonna make a fool of myself. Oh my god, imagine if the day messed up my avocados is the day I'm doing like a Mexican recipe. It would be so embarrassing, dude. They like come and be like, you can't call yourself a Mexican anymore, girl. You cannot. So, you have the movie. Lupita Nyong'o's character, she's like going to Yucatan. Great? Correct. I really wanted to see Lupita Nyong'o's Spanish because you know she's Mexican. She was born in Mexico, which is so cool. I mean, that's why she's Lupita, because it's Guadalupe, which is very Mexican. Like, you know, La Virgen de Guadalupe. En el cielo una hermosa mañana. Lupita's accent was great, you know, awesome possum. So she goes to this like little town in Yucatan. You have a lot of tiny towns in Yucatan. Like I've been to towns where it's like 100 people, you know. And actually I've been to towns where people don't speak Spanish as their first language. Their first language is Mayan, because like I don't know if you know this, but the official language of Mexico is not Spanish. It's like Spanish and 68 indigenous languages. Because there's still a lot of speakers. Like as I said, there's a million Nahuatl speakers. Fun fact: avocado, aguacate. That's Nahuatl. Aguacate is aguacatl, which is tree balls, tree testicles. A little bit. She goes to a tiny town. Great. The lady's wearing her recipie, also correct. But explain to me why they got a Mayan actress for her to not speak in a Yucatecan accent. If Marvel would have had the balls to make that lady speak in a Yucatecan accent, I would have fucking loved that movie, dude, because what the hell, that would have been fucking hilarious. Mexico has a lot of different accents. Even like Mexico City has like 3 different accents. And then there's a Yucatecan accent. And the Yucatecan accent is really fucking weird. It's like famously hard to copy. The people from Mexico City always try to copy and really mess it up because they're not good at copying, but it's very hard to pin down. But it's really funny because it's like a really weird accent. So it would actually have been so fucking funny if they would have had that lady actress.
No me lo dice, yo no soy adivino.
Why? You're gonna make them speak Mayan and you're not gonna have them do a Yucatecan accent? Either you're all in or you're all out, baby. What is this in between? Where was the Yucateco? Cowards. That's what they are. Cowards. Cowards. Lost opportunity. Pelana. Don't say that word, kids. That's not safe for work. Okie dokie artichoke. So your pirindongos are cut up and your shrimpies are cooked. Let's go. We're good to go. We are GTGGO. Good to go. Okay, so your shrimps are cooked. So we take this shrimpy lemon. Ooh. You can smell the spice. It's gonna kill me. I'm so excited to die. So let that cook for a bit because you want the lemon to cook your habanero and your garlic a little bit. So let's put these in an aesthetic fashion. This is good to go. So just pour it on top. Get the topo and make sure you get everything. So like a shrimp, a cucumber, some onion, and an avocado. And just go for it. Oh, good rico. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Good and spicy. Let's crack a Corona. Have some aguachile. This is how life is meant to be lived. An ice cold Corona in one hand, an aguachile tostado in the other one. Cheers, guys. Have a nice day.